What's up everybody, do you like Japanese curry? Cause I know I do. Today we got a crazy Japanese curry showdown, and I think you're gonna like it a lot. Basically we got ourselves a veritable fight to the death curry style, including the Halal CoCo, the Joto, and the Hinoya. So you best buckle up because this action-packed smackdown is about to begin. So the first stop on this wild, no-holds-barred face-off is a little place called the Hinoya Curry. Now, I don't exactly know what's going on, but I can see they have a pretty buck-wild mascot, so I figured I'd give this curry a whirl. So I sprinted full fucking speed inside that mighty fine establishment, jammed my bill into the machine, and got myself the menchi katsu curry. Then the maestro brought that curry out, and wow, just wow, take a look at that. Here we got an orb of menchi katsu jammed on top of a mound of rice slathered in a whole lot of curry sauce. Now, I'm not exactly the world's foremost expert on curries, but even for me, it's plain to see that that right there is a nice fucking curry. So let me take a bite of that menchi, and whoa, thing's a little bit harder than I expected. We're supposed to have a dough-encrusted katsu here, but I feel like I'm cutting into a diamond-encrusted katsu. It's just that hard, baby. Anyway, I got myself that menchi hunk onto the spoon, then jammed it in the general direction of my face, and whoa, that menchi was tasting nice. It was tasting real nice. That first bite of that dead animal flesh was like a first step on a journey of enlightenment. This isn't a meal so much as it is a spiritual awakening over here, people. I mean, not only do we have some perfectly steamed rice along with a very nice curry sauce, but that menchi orb is tasting so damn good that I almost temporarily lost consciousness. Now right about now you're probably wondering, what the hell is a menchi? It's basically ground pork and beef mixed together and then jammed into a gigantic meat wad. Then it's topped off with a batter and deep fried to perfection. Now, even though that deep fried outer shell of dough was pretty hard and crispy, that inner layer of meat was a mighty fine treat. It was juicy as fuck, tender as hell, and oishi to the max. Now, as far as that curry sauce itself, it was tasting both edible and incredible. It has just the right level of spiciness and sweetness, and it has a nice stewed meat aftertaste. Only problem I've got is it's just a tad on the salty side. Granted, it is Japanese summertime right now, and I'm sweating like a mad bull just walking from one end of the block to the other end. So I probably should try to replenish some of that sodium I've been sweating out. But still, I'm getting some serious salt mine vibes coming off this curry. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not overpowering or anything, I just can't help but feel like if the saltiness level was just a little bit lower, this would in fact be the perfect curry. Nevertheless, I cannot help but deny that this is a delish motherfucking dish. You know, I actually work with a guy that eats curry every morning for breakfast, and I used to wonder why the hell he would do such a thing, but eating a curry like this kinda makes me reevaluate my dietary life. You know what they say, don't knock it till you try it. I think I actually should get myself a curry one of these mornings. Who the hell needs Wheaties when you got yourself a metabolic masterpiece like this? Which brings us to the next curry contender, a little shop I like to call the Joto Curry. So what do you think about that shop, baby cakes? Because I see they got some kind of cardboard cutout of a curry girl on the side. It's looking kinda cute and kinda creepy, and I don't exactly know why they got this out here. Guess it must be some kinda Eastern thing. Anyway, I jammed my bill into that machine and pressed that button for the melty cheese curry and sat myself down, and whoa. The curry maestro served up that dish at incredible speeds, and I started taking myself a closer look. As you can see, we got ourselves a magnificent mound of rice topped off with some curry sauce, a little cheese, and a raw eggy wig. So let's slam some of these curry pickles onto the plate. And now it's time to get mentally prepared to feed my face with style and grace. Let me just puncture this eggy wig yolk here, and oh man, look at that bad boy. Something about seeing that cascading river of yolk flowing over melted cheese and curry sauce gives me that warm, fuzzy feeling inside. It lets me know that I'm on the verge of experiencing a life-changing bite. So I animalistically bit down on that spoon, and as soon as I did, I was literally at a loss for words over here, people. Somehow, some way, that egg yolk, melted cheese, and curry sauce fused into one crazy-ass flavor that gave me cause for pause. It started making me wonder if this was the real life or if this was just fantasy. Each flavor-packed calorie in that dynamite bite was making my heart skip a beat. It was the kind of curry that would make you rush into a burning building to save a child. It was the kind of curry that would talk you out of a bad life decision. It was the kind of curry that would convince you to do the right thing no matter the cost. And it was the kind of curry that would elevate you to the best version of yourself you could possibly fucking be. Now why is it so damn good, you ask? Well, let me explain it to you real simple like. It all comes down to that curry sauce, sweetie buns. I don't know what they put in that thing, but it tastes like a Japanese curry, a slow-cooked beef stew, and a Thanksgiving Day gravy all wrapped into one. It's kinda sweet, kinda spicy, and kinda creamy with a little beef chip action infused inside. And if that ain't an oishi to the motherfucking max curry sauce, then I don't know what is. Anyway, I somehow forgot to shovel some of these white-colored pickles on top, so let me get some of those now. I just want to make sure I try all the fixins in this restaurant, so let me get this thing and whoa, holy shit, boy. I just dropped some of those curry pickles onto the counter. That's a classic rookie move right there. I feel like a world-class dunce right now. I feel like the village idiot. Nevertheless, I'm moving on with my life, and if I did have any kind of critique about this curry, it would be about that cheese. It's some of the stretchiest cheese I ever had in my life, which makes it kinda hard to eat this curry. So a side of me kinda wishes I got some meat topping instead of the cheese, but then again, it's kinda hard to eat 3 meat-packed meals in one afternoon. And although being stretchy, the cheese did taste pretty damn good, so I can't complain, which brings us to our third contender, a little thing called the Halal CoCo Ichibanya. Now, truth be told, I wasn't planning on hitting up this halal establishment, but I pulled up CoCo Curry on Google Maps. And even though I was expecting that iconic yellow and brown building, I came across this nuclear green one instead. Now, I gotta admit, halal Japanese curry does sound like an oxymoron, but I'm an open-minded and tolerant individual. So let's check out the curry menu, and holy shit, wait a sec. Come to realize they only have one page for curries, whereas CoCo usually has multiple pages. The lack of swine meat is a pretty big buzzkill, but I figure I'll try out this tuna cutlet curry. So here it is, sweet tits, and what do you think? I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I thought the previous 2 curries were looking just a tad more presentable. I mean, the Hinoya and the Joto were looking scrum-diddly-umptious, but this one here is looking a tad lackluster. But hey, you know what they say, don't judge a Quran by its cover, so I think I might as well take myself a mighty fine bite. I mean, I don't know about you, but I personally have never had any halal tuna flesh, so I'm getting pretty excited to try it out. Just gotta make sure I get a little curry sauce and rice in that first bite. And there it is, baby cakes. It's looking pretty bog standard, but I think it's gonna taste real nice. So I took myself a mighty fine nibble, and whoa. What the hell was that? That tuna meat is dry as fuck, and that curry sauce is tasting generic as hell. Sorry to say, although I do sometimes enjoy some CoCo Ichibanya curries, this one just isn't up to snuff. I mean, I was hoping that a tuna fish that's slaughtered while facing Mecca would taste a whole lot better than a normal tuna fish, but apparently I was wrong. Apparently I was dead fucking wrong. I don't even know why this shop actually exists, because there's not too many Muslims that live in Japan. So I'm guessing it's just aimed at Muslim tourists coming from abroad, but I think they definitely downgraded the quality of the CoCo Ichibanya for this particular restaurant. I mean, even considering that they can't use pork, there was still a whole lot of menu items that were missing and sauce customization options. Plus that presentation was substandard and that tuna fish was bone dry. I think Muslim tourists deserve a little bit better of a taste of Japan, but hey, maybe it's just me. Could be that I'm just holding a grudge here because I asked that curry maestro if I could have the Ichi Amakuchi, which is what I usually get for the curry sauce. But apparently that sauce setting just doesn't exist at this establishment, which is pretty messed up if you ask me. So with that said, if I had to choose the best curry out of this set, it would have to be somewhere between that Hinoya and that Joto. I mean, that Hinoya menchi katsu was to die for, but that sauce from Joto was pretty bouse. I think I definitely have to revisit Joto and try out some meat there just to know if it is as good as Hinoya. But as of right now, I would say the winner of this showdown for me is in fact the Joto Curry. Anyway, if you want to see some more buck wild Japanese foods, feel free to check out some of my previous videos. I got a video about shirasu don, aka the baby sardines, and I also got a video about my top recommended Japanese convenience store snacks, just to name a few. And as always, thanks for watching this video everybody. Why don't you leave a comment, let me know what you think.